Hail Heroes, and welcome to Paragon City Games for Friday the 13th of October. Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th.
Did you not realize it was Friday the 13th? Or...
I didn't go to work today, so that means I didn't.
You didn't look at the date? That's fair. Yeah, we're here for Legacy. I'm Sean. This is Brandon. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Brandon.
Okay. We got there. How have you been this week?
Tired.
Yeah.
Ready for Legacy.
By the time Friday hits, I'm totally ready to just not do anything, sit here and watch some great Magic, and that's what we're here to do. So it is 7:30 in Mountain Standard Time, the only time zone that matters, because that's where Paragon City Games is located.
True.
And so we're just waiting for pairings.
Hopefully they'll be up shortly. So.
Have you been watching any Magic this week?
Exactly. I watched the World Championships last weekend.
How'd that go?
I lost our draft, so.
Oh.
I owe my friend a draft. That's how we do it. Loser pays for the next draft. So he picked Huey Jensen, and he won the whole tournament. So Josh Utter-Layton was one of my picks, and he took fourth.
Did you put like rankings, like so your number one is worth like 10 points or something?
No. So the way we do it is we draft the players.
Okay.
So there were 3 of us, and so we just draft the players, and we each pick 4 players. And we take the score from our top 3 and drop the lowest. And we just do the score based off their points. So
yeah, that makes sense.
One win is a match point. And that was it. So yeah, we were tied. Me and my friend going into the top 4, we were tied on points, and we both had one person in the top 4. So it was basically like whoever does better in the top 4 wins, and Huey won the whole thing. So.
Does that adds a little bit more fun to watching it? I mean, it's already fun, but just like having a dog in the race, and just being like, "Come on, pull it out!"
It does kind of make it fun because the whole time I'm rooting for Huey to lose. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because this is probably one of the most dominant performances in professional Magic history. I think he went like 11-3 in the Swiss. Like he was 11-0 or something.
That's
11
nuts.
11-3 I think, or 12-2 or some ridiculous finish. Like he was just unstoppable, and they just crushed the top 4, and like. So it was one of the most dominant performances in professional Magic, and the whole time I'm rooting against him because I'm just like, stop winning, Huey.
Yeah.
Because my other 2 horses did not do well. I chose I had Josh Utter-Layton, Reed Duke, Yuya Watanabe, and Li Shiqian. And, I mean, they didn't do awful. Li Shiqian, I think, ranked the lowest, but Reed and Yuya both had, like, winning records. Yeah. Not top 4 records, but...
Yeah, very few are.
Yeah. But then as soon as Josh Utter-Layton lost, I was just like, okay, I guess I'm cheering for Huey now. Want to see him win.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Pat Uglow.
Hey, welcome back, Pat. Good to see you again. But I don't see you because you're not in front of me.
We see his name.
I see your name.
It's as close as we're going to get unless he posts a selfie in chat. I don't think you need to do that.
Oh, well, still just...
Oh, what do you stream, Pat? MTGO, probably?
Yeah, Legacy.
He could play something random like Battlegrounds or Overwatch.
It's Legacy. He's not from that podcast.
Oh.
The Legacy podcast?
Okay.
Yeah, that's who he is.
Okay. Yeah, I do a little bit of that myself other than this. It's nothing like huge.
Eve. What is Eve?
Eve is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. I don't know.
It's an MMO?
It's an MMO where you have spaceships, and it's like a second job where you like mine stuff.
I don't even like my first job. Why would I get a second?
Because this job is more fun. You're flying a spaceship, and you can have like a whole corporation of spaceships, and there's big battles that I've been told it's basically spreadsheets in space. That sounds about right.
That does not sound fun to me. But I don't know.
Some people
Maybe
love
I
it.
just gotta play it.
If you're into sci-fi and
It's
you're into
like-
resource management, I
don't
think
know.
it's the
It's
game.
kind of like flight simulators, like those super realistic flight simulators. That doesn't seem fun to me.
I've
But
always
some people
been
are super into it.
yeah.
But it just is like, that doesn't seem
It's
fun
a
to
skill.
me at
Like
all.
I have a buddy who's a pilot, and we were gonna go fly his like rickety old plane a little bit ago. The brakes ended up not working, so we couldn't go.
So you decided against it, huh? That's probably a good.
He's like,
idea.
the brakes are always going out. He was talking about how it's such a small plane that you could just like stop it on the runway just drag, and it takes off so quick it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Didn't make me feel any better, and we didn't go without the brakes.
Probably wise.
It's crazy deep. I don't know if I have time to play it like it should be played. I actually played it for a minute. Like, I played, I think, 2.5 hours of it, and I just saw how much there was. Like, you can put any amount of time into that game, and it just keeps going. I've heard that, so they have, like, a starship map that's, like, their entire, or star map, that it's, like, the entire universe that you can go. And, like, entire sections are owned by, like, Russian corporations, and, like, the different like, language-speaking groups get along, and so they form these huge corporations. And sometimes they'll have territory wars and stuff, and it'll make it on, like, gaming magazines, because it's, like, I don't know, so many, like, they convert the ship value to US value, and it's, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of ships have been destroyed in this online game. I don't know if it's that high. It might be that high, though.
That sounds fun. Oh my gosh. Dragging their feet on
Yeah.
getting pairings for us. We'll forgive them because they seem actually really busy tonight, like more than
They are.
normal.
Yeah.
And I don't really know like why. I don't know. Maybe just more people decided to play Magic tonight, but I don't know. Is there a special occasion going on? I don't know.
Maybe people are just getting behind standard, and then everybody's showing up just because they're excited for a new format.
I guess.
I feel like the game kind of does this a little bit of like
Yeah, that's
set
definitely
release
true.
excitement, set release excitement.
Yeah. So they are packed tonight though. So if rounds take a little longer than normal to get posted, we apologize for that. Just bear with us.
So I don't follow set releases super closely until like the cards are out, and I give it a one time over.
You really just look at can I play this in Mud? No. Can I play this in Pauper? No. I don't care.
Yeah, so I look at all the commons and all the artifacts and the land, because
Yeah.
land are cool and relevant. That's usually what gets played, and then I kind of like listen around for hype, for the other cards that I need to know, but I don't follow them super closely. So are we going back to Dominaria next? I heard that. Are we getting slivers? That's the big question if we go back to Dominaria, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know when they're doing Dominaria. I've heard about it, but
It's coming up sometime.
yeah, I don't know if it's the next set or if it's in a couple sets.
Meat hooks? You know what meat hooks is?
Yeah, Sliver deck.
Yeah, it's sliver deck, except like supposedly it's meat hooks when it plays Force of Will.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to go back and listen to that. Gavin Verhey is one of the R&D people from Wizards.
So that's like next year. Legacy players are gonna love it. That's pretty sweet.
Okay.
I'm not against being pandered to. But yeah, if we get more slivers, I feel like I've played against the meat hooks deck, and it's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't expect it to be as good as it is. Like I kind of dismiss slivers. Like when I'm brewing in Pauper, I know it's different, but it's my low bar. If I can't beat slivers, I remake the deck, scrap it. I need to change something because they can play. They have 3 lords, so they can play 12 lords, and if you can't just remove enough creatures that it doesn't matter. And I think it's close in Legacy. I want to see a playable slivers deck. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I just think having Cavern of Souls makes any tribal synergy powerful, but
It makes it easier to play 5-color like Slivers wants.
yeah. You can play all your crazy colors and make all your guys on time, and they can't be countered or...
Aether Vial's a heck of a card, too.
Yeah, Aether Vials are so powerful.
Like, you never know when you're just going to get combat tricked of just like, okay, it's on 2, he attacks in. Combat gets really weird when everything could just get +1/+1, and another guy's on the board.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the other abilities that Slivers have.
Yeah. Hopefully we get it paired soon. Running a little late.
I'm typing to the front decks. Let's see here. I was watching some Legacy being played. Like when I'm at work, sometimes I have a tiny bit of free time and I can watch some Legacy. I was actually watching Manaless Dredge go against Legacy Slivers play Force of Will. Yeah, Legacy Slivers plays Force of Will. At least the good versions do. Like, I feel like you have to either run Force of Will or some kind of like Trinosphere stuff.
Yeah.
But I was watching Manaless Dredge, and it was going against some kind of like Thalia build. I think it might have been Maverick. It was a weird Maverick build if it was, though. Anyway, I wasn't aware that they played Force of Will in their 75 in Manaless Dredge. Like, it made so much sense when I saw it. Like, he boarded into it.
Yeah.
It pretty much has to be in your opener. Otherwise, you're never going to draw it. It'll just be in the yard.
Yeah.
But I really like the idea of just, like, you know, maybe going against Show and Tell. Like, this could be useful.
Yeah.
It's a very limited sideboard of what you can jam into it, so... I was just surprised today that I've never actually seen that. And maybe it's just in all of the lists. That was the first time I saw it.
Bant Slivers.
Not great, but sweet. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping in Dominaria, like...
Yeah,
I think it's a couple of good one-drop Slivers away from being, like... like, there.
Yeah.
The one-drops are like the Flying Sliver.
I just hope they make... If they're going to revisit Slivers, they need to be good Slivers again. Not those stupid humanoid alien versus predator bullcrap Slivers that they made.
They're Predator Slivers.
Yeah, that was dumb. And that made me mad because I was so excited about Slivers.
They need to be pointy?
Because when I was a filthy casual, Slivers was my favorite.
There's a lot. I'm going to brew a deck, and I don't know anything about Magic. Well, all of these cards say Sliver on them, and it turns out that's pretty good. I mean, there's always something like that. Like, I played Mirrors. I knew a guy that played Goblins. When you're getting into the... I think that's what's a lot different between Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! When I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Very much, but isn't there a lot of tribal synergies, or at least, like, cards that care about a specific other card in Yu-Gi-Oh? There used to be.
I don't know. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since high school.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's kind of feel like how that deck feels, is like, this creature cares about similar creatures, or it's maybe these specific other cards, and Magic is kind of more like, you can pair things up however you want, just use the strongest cards. I'm sure that's how, like, really good Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played or something, but I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I'm looking on MTG Top 8, and Slivers is 0% of the meta with one deck. It gets its own word, though, on MTG Top 8. It doesn't just get lumped in with other, so it has that going for it.
Interesting, this list only has 3 Cavern of Souls?
Yeah, I think you'd just be maxing out on those.
That's what I thought, too, but maybe they just don't have room for it with all the other lands they want to play. I don't know.
It's just like Daze, Force of Will, Swords, and Vial. Like, other than that, wouldn't you just rather...
Yeah.
I don't know. And Force of Will is a card you want to play against, or, you know, you want your matchup to be good. Maybe it just is good. They 2-for-1 themselves.
This looks like Bant.
Yeah.
Like it would be Bant.
I think that's the default colors. You don't want to put like red in there or anything.
Probably not. I don't know that there are any good red slivers or...
Crystalline sliver. It's funny that they're playing more, like, how many pump slivers are they playing?
Oh, the hibernation sliver is in the deck. It looks like they've got 11.
They're one shy of the...
Full 12.
Yeah. Oh, and it's playing Sliver Legion.
One of Sliver Legion. That's funny.
I think that's all the more reason you should be playing more Cavern of Souls. It's playing 3?
Yeah. But it looks like they're trying to maximize on playing fetches.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, well, okay, he has Daze in his deck, so that kind of explains it. I didn't see Daze.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense to me now.
You just want to hit your basic, like, ASAP.
Well, you just need to be able to get Island. The land type Island for your Daze. But I don't know.
Force surgical extraction in the board, just... Cause
I kind of like the idea of just maxing out on Cavern of Souls and then the 4 of Sliver Hive.
I've heard some interesting discussion about Sliver Hive.
You just have 5 color mana base, but...
Is that the one that makes the 1/1s?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know it makes any color of mana for your slivers. But maybe it has more text. I don't actually know. But if you're gonna, but like a deck like that, you definitely can't have Daze in. Yeah, it looks like it does have a bunch of text.
Yeah, Sliver Hive does. You can pay 5 mana, tap it. So you have to have 6 mana on the field.
To start making 1/1s?
To start making 1/1s. It gives you a little bit of inevitability, but that's not a lot of inevitability in Legacy. Just 1/1s.
No, not really, but...
I guess
I think I more wanted it because it was a 5-color land.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
But this other deck isn't even playing its 4th...
Cavern,
which I think is just better. Let's see. Wow, it's 7:47.
Yeah,
do you want to go and ask him what's up?
Yeah, let me go see if I can figure this out. It's kind of ridiculous.
Redonkulous. I haven't even posted to Facebook yet. I'm just waiting for pairings to get posted. I mean... Okay.
Well, pairings have been up for like 15 minutes and just no one decided to sit down and...
So we have one table. Okay,
yeah.
So we're going to go to the game.
We're sorry about that, guys. I guess that's kind of our fault. We could... I don't know. I guess we could have panned between cameras,
well,
but I don't know.
We were looking at what the screen is actually showing. Anyway, so what do we have here?
We've got Miracles versus Check Pile, it looks like.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The former oppressive best deck in the format versus the current like one of the best decks in the format. I don't think Miracles is there anymore. Let's see.
That was a good predict. He got to draw 1 card.
In response to the...
What was the Leovold doing? Was that not in play?
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Or was he just showing that, like...
I wish I had this.
Yeah, I wish I had my Leovold in play.
It must be, because I don't think there was a pump or a bounce spell played. Oh, Caracas? No, Caracas didn't do anything, did it? It's still
there's
untapped.
a Caracas. Maybe he did bounce. Well, he untapped, so he would have done that on his end step, put the Leovold back in his hand, and then made the predict, and then he untapped and did his turn, I think. No, I don't know. There was 2 mana tap there.
Okay, so
no, we'll just move on.
Yeah, he can bounce Leovold with Caracas.
That does mean that his opponent's going to draw lots of cards, though.
Yeah, but it unlocks his Brainstorm. I think he needs to wait until he has a counterspell.
Good evening, Jorgensen.
We saw those tokens.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see them on stream tonight. Those were...
Hopefully the players use them. Those are awesome, Jorgensen. Thank you.
Yeah, Jorgensen donated us some cool tokens, and I believe you mailed them in, and they're right there next to the mat. You can't quite see it.
But they're just like little medallions that have...
Poker chips.
Yeah, they're like little poker chip type things that got like symbols on them. So there's one for each of the mana symbols. There's a energy counter. There's a storm counter.
Monarch.
There's a monarch one. Basically anything you could use a token for. There's an F6 one. Basically anything you could think of using a token for, it's there. It's sweet.
Yeah. So we did see him Caracas again.
Yeah, so we could use this Brainstorm. It looks like there's going to be a response.
He is going to get a monk.
Right. The monk will be there.
Fatal Push. Fatal Push your mentor. That's in response to the Brainstorm, so we're just... Okay. Now, predict. Another trigger. So he's going to have 2 monks in just a moment here.
Yep. And this is in response to the Fatal Push, right?
Yeah, I believe
the Fatal Push on the Monastery Mentor?
Yes.
Okay.
And so the Fatal Push is in response to the Brainstorm.
Right. Yeah, so now he's going to finish his Brainstorm. And where are we? Is this in
I think
Check Pile's end step?
I guess
we'll find out in a minute.
It's got to be. I think he Caracased and then brainstormed on his end step.
And then predicted.
So let's see. No, that's a sorcery.
Yeah, okay, so I guess this is all during his turn.
He's going to look at his opponent's top 3. That's a Baleful Strix.
A Badlands and something else.
So I think he's just going to give him the land there. So probably going to see another Leovold here.
Yeah, I assume.
That card is just so much card advantage.
Snapcaster Mage. Should we put the deck names in?
Yeah.
I don't have the player names, but... Yeah, I guess we know Miracles is Josh.
And then this is Tony.
Yeah. Tony. I guess if I wasn't so flustered about the...
not knowing that the
fact that we had missed pairings and we're like 15 minutes into this game, that I would have like thought to ask for his name, but I just kind of got out there and saw players and I was just like, is this round 1? And they were like, yeah. And I was just like, okay. We've been watching the other table, like waiting for pairings to start.
Yeah. Oh well, this game should go nice and long, so...
Hopefully we get a little bit...
So it looks like a bounce on that monk token to get it...
just out of the way.
It's not. It wasn't really in the way of the Baleful Strix, but yeah, to get it... Make it so it's not a threat anymore.
Right.
So Josh went back down to 1 card and then drew for turn because of that hymn to Turok.
Looks like he's got Snapcaster Mage and something. I don't know what the other thing is.
Hey, Lanubi. My day's been pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good day.
It was the first day in a long time that I felt like I knew what I was doing at work since I just got trained on something new.
And I made the decision that I wasn't going to go to work today last night, and so I just didn't go to work today.
Plus, we had sushi right before we showed up.
Yeah, we ate some good sushi before we came here. So that always makes my day better.
Brainstorm from Tony.
So I feel like Check Pile is in a pretty commanding position right now.
Definitely.
But the Caracas is sort of keeping the Leovold under control. Like,
yeah, it's definitely buying turns until he can hit
something big. It's also kind of limiting Check Pile's ability to block tokens or anything, so they can pressure that Jace. So he's got to kind of keep that in mind with attacking. But at the same time, this Caracas is also going to draw him a ton of cards every time he bounces the Leovold. So, I mean, to a point, like, Josh has to find something really fast. Otherwise, Check Pile's just going to get way too far ahead with card advantage.
And he's still at 20.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can even kind of see it here. Like, he's got 4 cards in hand to Josh's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because he's drawn 2, 3 extra cards at this point, because Caracas bouncing the Leovold.
Yeah, that card is like, I feel like between it and True Name is like one of the best combat creatures, and then Leovold is just the card advantage one. Like, you can kill it pretty easy, but
he's gonna block Snapcaster Mage, return the Leovold. He's gonna jet a draw,
and he's just gonna be able to replay it.
Oh, a Spell Pierce, I think, is what he drew.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Does he have got a counterspell of some kind that he can use?
Flusterstorm?
Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Oh, he's going to Brainstorm in response. Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Was that a Flusterstorm?
That was. Did he not Brainstorm in response? He didn't he didn't Brainstorm.
Huh.
So did he just, like, brain fart and say, like, at the end of your turn, Snapcaster Mage, and then his opponent was like this? No, because he would have had to put 2 cards back.
I don't know. Every time I've asked Josh about one of his plays, because I think it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it always turns
He's always
into,
been like, no, I'm just better than you, and like this. I mean, he doesn't actually like act like he's better than me.
Oh, it was Spell Pierced.
Oh, I didn't see that Spell Pierce go off. Okay.
Yeah, well, obviously we don't see the Spell Pierce in the graveyard, Andy. Otherwise, we would have said it was Spell Pierced.
Right. No, that's good eye. But yeah, to finish my point and not say that Josh is saying he's better than me, he's actually just better than me, and he sees plays that I don't, so he won't do stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we now know full well, but I don't ever put him on making a mistake.
It's because I don't think I've seen him make one.
Yeah, that's...
Or at least not a mistake that I would ever catch. So.
He at least has a Jace now, so that could be his way back into this game. He's behind like 1,000 cards, but...
Check Pile now has 2 Deathrite Shamans. And they're still going to cast that Leovold.
You just got to believe.
I think things are looking kind of grim here for Miracles.
Picks up some more cards from Jace. Ponda. Probably going to shuffle away those cards he put on top. Yep. His deck's getting pretty thin. Do you think...
I think he's just going to
deck him?
Before he can deal 5 damage? I don't know. I mean, he's got a 2-turn clock. He doesn't even...
Oh. One more.
He's got a 1-turn clock.
One more and he's in,
I mean...
bolt range.
He just needs to untap. He has 2 Deathrite Shamans.
Josh would never let him do that.
Well, I mean, Josh needs to find an answer right now.
Watch.
And he doesn't have an answer to either of these Deathrite. Was that just a blind flip?
No way. No, he Jaced last turn.
I thought he just cracked a fetch land and shuffled his deck. But I don't know.
No, he did just crack a fetch land, didn't he?
Yeah.
I saw him
that was
shuffling.
Just a blind fetch.
So here's a counterfight going on.
So yeah. So it was Force of Will for the Terminus, Counterspell for the Force of Will, and Snapcaster's Spell Pierce for the Counterspell.
There go away the creatures.
Yeah. And he just paid for the Spell Pierce, so. Alright, I guess Josh is in a good spot now. That's all he needed. He just needed to find the one Terminus to try to get back in it, but
Tony's
I mean, he only had the one turn to do it. Yeah, and there's still a Leovold, and so. Did he have... I guess I wasn't paying close attention. Did he have 5 untapped mana for the Force of Will?
Josh?
No.
Tony?
Check pile, yeah. Because he Snapcaster Spell Pierce, but did he have 5 to Snapcaster Force of Will? Like let the Force of Will, or like let the counterspell resolve on the Force of Will, and then Snapcaster it in response to still do the Terminus.
Huh.
I'm not sure if he had 5 untapped lands, but he might have.
Yeah, he has quite a few, and I don't remember him doing much besides like Ponder and then 2 Deathrite Shamans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if that's all he did on his last turn, he would have had 5 untapped to flashback Force of Will.
Wow, that Jace is already at 7.
Yeah.
Check pile doesn't really like win out of nowhere.
No, it's got to kind of slowly grind it out, and
you see your death coming.
With his only threat being Leovold and the Caracas kind of bouncing it, he's not really finding more threats. I think he drew a Flooded Strand this turn, and I think he's got a Fatal Push in his hand, and
yeah,
like
there's an Abrupt Decay that doesn't do anything at this point.
Yeah, he's kind of just drawing all the blanks in his deck.
Well, yeah, because every time you brainstorm and put some lands back and then shuffle, like your draws kind of get a little worse if you're only putting back things you don't want.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to a point that is.
Yeah, I think Pile's Threat Light. There's already a Lightning Bolt in the yard, so he can Snap Bolt, but that doesn't deal 4.
No. I mean, there's always a chance that Josh fetches down to 3, but I doubt it.
Yeah. If he does, I think he would have a plan. Unless he's desperate. He is down to 1 card still.
Yeah, and I don't know that Josh is in that
So that's a Deathrite Shaman?
Yeah. What? Oh, his thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying that I don't know that Josh is too desperate right now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is now that there's a Deathrite Shaman, but he's got a bit of time to try to find an answer to that. He's got 2 turns.
He's gonna brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Not confident enough to just plus it, so he must need something. Every time...
Yeah, Deathrite Shaman is kind of the linchpin of this deck.
When Josh Terminuses, though, it kind of undoes a little bit of that putting bad cards back with Brainstorm, because it puts good cards back in the deck to be drawn instead of being permanently dealt with.
Oh. Yeah, Josh just brainstormed, and there was a Leovold in play.
Huh. Well.
Whoops.
Yeah. Sometimes the play isn't perfect, but I don't think it's worth running out there.
Yeah, we're kind of pretty far at this point to reverse it, and there's...
Players are playing pretty quickly.
Yeah. Plus, like, the REL is casual, so we're... I don't know, not casual, but...
Yeah. If they knew...
he would have just Caracased it first and then brainstormed, and... So...
Competitive REL, though, you'd just be like, hey, no. You just got to put stuff back.
Right. Well, I mean, Josh drew his cards, so he would just get Thoughtseize 3 times, or 3 cards would get shuffled back into his deck, and then he would put 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular. That's what it's called.
Regular.
I always call regular and like casual the same thing.
Yeah, they're not.
They're
though.
very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that must have just been Tony cleaning it up there.
Yeah. Did Josh not find an answer? Probably not.
I don't believe so. And just Deathrite Shaman to death. Plus, it could just be Snap Bolt. I think that's what happened. I looked away for just a minute to, like, look at you when you were talking. Over in a flash. Let's see. I'm going to bring up a dummy sideboard.
This is a different deck than Check Pile.
4-color control? Is it different?
Yeah.
Where's Check Pile then?
Oh, I don't know. I guess maybe...
I think on this site, 4-color control is what they call Check Pile.
No, it's right there. 4-color pile.
Where? I missed it.
4-color pile. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they clump them together, but I feel like they're different decks. Check Pile and 4-color control. But
so...
I don't know. Maybe they're not.
What are some cards you want to bring in here? Marsh Casualties?
Yeah, it's kind of narrow, but is it Staticaster for sure, if he has one?
Yeah. That gets a lot of value. It forces him to have cantrips until...
I like the Pyroblast as well.
Do you think both sides have Pyroblast? Does Miracles still run that Splash Red for the board? I think they do.
Sometimes. I don't know if Josh does, though. I think he's just straight on the blue-white plan.
A lot of the time it's because Blood Moon, and he plays Back to Basics instead.
Yeah. So for Josh, we'll probably definitely see Back to Basics.
Yeah, that card is... If it hits the field, the game changes so much. Like, it's such an easy win for Miracles past that point. There are draws where Check Pile can actually deal with it with like an Abrupt Decay, but they just have to have it. And I don't know, Miracles can't attack your hand or anything. So, and Abrupt Decay is uncounterable, so if he has it, he has it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he can do. Let's see. And there's always Surgical Extraction. I'm surprised which decks actually bring in Surgical Extraction. Like, there's some iffy surgicals sometimes.
I feel like surgical is terrible, but or I mean in the context of this matchup. But I guess like if there are enough bad cards for Check Pile to take out, like Fatal Pushes, and like then maybe you bring in the surgical extractions if you have them. But I don't like it if I'm this type of deck. I don't like having surgical against Miracles at all.
Like, people bring it in for, like, I'm playing a combo deck, you're playing Force of Will, I can hit your Force of Will and just go off again.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but I have a hard time getting behind it. It just doesn't feel like... I don't know, Hand Disruption just seems better. I guess it's just you can play your sideboard Hand Disruption and Surgical. It's definitely still good with Cabal Therapy decks.
I like Price of Progress. That card's fun.
Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of them in this store anymore. I think they'd do pretty well.
Yeah.
If we saw some show up. I mean, we see lands every week just dominating.
Yeah, I played Blue-Red Delver a couple times here.
Yeah.
And Price of Progress did really well.
Yeah.
But
I would imagine. Like,
so Josh starting things off with just a Polluted Delta and Deathrite Shaman for Check Pile.
Fetch right away usually means Brainstorm. Deathrat trying to join Josh's deck.
Just probably wanting to get the land out.
So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Like he knew he was going to. He knew he probably wanted to fetch eventually anyway, so just get the land out of the deck now. It doesn't really make a difference. But so Deathrat gonna go for a brainstorm.
It kind of made a difference there, didn't it? He ate his land, and Josh hasn't done anything with it.
I think he's probably going to use it on the end step, though. So,
okay.
Yeah, maybe no reason to do it there. Waiting was better, but
thinning's a little bit. That's a factor.
Yeah. It looks like Josh does have a few more lands in his hand, so maybe he was concerned about just thinning the deck a little bit.
So, is that a surgical? I think Josh brought in surgical. Yep.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Grab the brainstorm.
Oh, wow. See, that's when surgical extraction is just great.
Yeah.
When it's just a Thoughtseize.
Teaching us how it's done, yeah.
Jeez. But, I mean, I even in some cases, like, I guess getting Brainstorm out of the deck is fine, but I don't know, if he didn't have another Brainstorm in his hand, and now Josh is just down a card, like, does that, I don't know, is that worth it to you, just to get Brainstorms out of his deck? I mean, I'm saying just Brainstorm. It's one of the most powerful spells in the format, but, like,
yeah,
I don't know, is that worth it? I mean, it was great there. We saw it, like...
I want to see how it plays out. I think it was good. Like, there it was great, but if he didn't have it in his hand...
Yeah, like, if there wasn't another Brainstorm in the hand, like, that just seems like a really... I don't know. It just kind of seems like a waste of a spot to me, but I don't know.
Hopefully we'll just see Tony's hand just fill up with weird cards that he doesn't want, and it's just totally paying off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Lightning Bolt, True Name Nemesis, and Bloodstained Mire. I think he's going to draw Bloodstained Mire. Yep. That was a pretty Bloodstained Mire. Predict for Josh. There's going to be a Deathrite activation in response.
Just the surgical.
Yeah.
He's already down to 14.
Yeah, I mean, Deathrite Shaman puts a lot of pressure on.
Oh, and he... Okay.
I don't know if that's a factor that I think about either, like the psychological behind it of like it just tilts my opponent to be surgical.
Like we used to know, remember Dante?
Yeah.
That used to be one of his favorite parts of the game, of just like you get in your opponent's head, like you sit down at the table and you're like staring him down or something, and like having a good poker face was a big deal to him, and that's part of the game that he liked. And I think you and I both are kind of just like, we're gonna sit down and play the best Magic we possibly can.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of assume that like my opponents aren't going to get tilted and they're just going to play good. And so I don't know, I've just never thought about, I'm going to do this because it might tilt my opponent off.
Yeah, and it seems like more effort.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm trying to concentrate on not getting tilted myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's an interesting thought, though. I don't know. Maybe that's just the difference between us and, like, really high-level Magic players, is they can still play their best game and still, like, do those head games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, being a pro Magic player and sitting across the table is, like, already a little bit tilting, because you're like, this guy's just better than me. Because he is.
Well, if we're thinking, like, in the pro, like, pros playing, they're playing other pros, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's true. Surgical, like, taking away mana sources is probably pretty bad for check pile, but also, like, the game plan that Josh plays, though, like, not having Brainstorm in Tony's deck does make it a little bit better for Josh. Like, and he just wants to play the long, grindy game. and he wants to just slowly start inking an advantage out over check pile.
Yeah.
And not having Brainstorm kind of plays into that. So
he's going to brainstorm himself.
yeah.
Well, he didn't actually look at the cards, did he? Oh, he must have just... No.
I don't know.
That must have been a brainstorm.
I missed it. I wasn't looking.
So is that this is a snap bolt, I think, that's being pointed at Chase?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was in response to the brainstorm.
That's why he put them back.
Yeah. And the Flusterstorm countering the lightning bolt. Both players moving really quickly, and it's hard to keep up.
Wait, he did bolt, didn't he?
Yeah, but it got Flusterstormed.
Oh, he got Flusterstormed. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the Pyroblast's just going to handle the Jace. So things, again, looking good for check pile. He actually, Andy had it in his deck last week, and it looked really impressive to me. And I don't know, you weren't.
It was okay. It was better than I thought it would be.
I thought it was pretty good. Because I think it's better than Soothsaying, and it also means that you don't need Counterbalance in your deck. So you just take Soothsaying and Counterbalance out of your deck and play Search for Escanta, and I don't know. It seems kind of good to me, but
yeah.
I think Josh is not playing it this week, but
I like the version of the deck that doesn't play Soothsaying or Counterbalance, and it's just...
Yeah, and then they put Search for Escanta in their deck. I don't know.
I see what you're saying. I think it's a lot of repeated mana investment a lot of the time. It's a lot of cards, that's true. And being a control deck, I can see how that'd be relevant.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe the predict, like just the predict package is just better.
I thought you were gonna say cut the predict, and I was like,
no, don't cut the predicts. Oh yeah, it is kind of a nombo with the back to basics though, which Josh kind of puts a high priority on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things like, do you care if your Search for Escanta gets tapped down forever with your back to basics when, you know?
Yeah, like you're already kind of winning because you have the back to basics. Like,
yeah.
Soothsaying is just icing, and you're going to be able to activate it for 2 to 3 anyway.
You mean Search for Escanta? Back to basics has nothing to do with Soothsaying.
I thought we were talking about how bad Soothsaying is, though.
Well, yeah, kind of, but we're
So we're
talking about how Search for Escanta is a nombo with back to basics, because it flips into a non-basic land, and you have to tap it to activate it. So that's a nombo with back to basics.
I see that correlation now.
Like Soothsaying doesn't have anything to do with back to basics unless you're tapping your non-basics to activate
It's
Soothsaying.
also bad. Baneslayer Angel's in play, Brandon. Look.
Oh my gosh! My dream has come true. Is it a May that you...
Flip it? Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like once you hit that threshold in the graveyard, you have to flip it? It's a May ability? Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
It'll still do stuff.
Value Town. I like Baneslayer Angel a lot. I'm so happy for this moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's like...
For like the last 3 weeks, Miracles players have been teasing me with Baneslayer Angels in their hands that have...
You know nothing of Bleeding Ears. We accidentally blew everyone's eardrums out like
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
The audio was all messed up, and Sean blew everything up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just always have seen Baneslayer Angels. It's like in their hand, it gets Thought Seized or Hymn to Charact away, or they just like can never cast it for whatever reason.
We saw one in play. Remember that? And it was racing like a young Pyromancer and like 1,000 tokens.
I don't remember that.
Oh.
I think I would have remembered that. That seems really interesting, but
Someone murdering a little girl on stream. I was in the other room. No, Baneslayer was playing.
I just got really excited about Baneslayer, Angel. It wasn't that loud. Chill out, guys.
I know, like...
You're so much hyperbole.
The audio's like 75%. I could crank this.
Yeah, crank it and then I'll yell again.
No, I'm gonna
What
leave
is
it.
the council's judgment pointing at? Did we see? The Dread of Night? Or the... Oh, it's Deathrite Shaman? Yeah, I like that.
You mean what's it targeting?
It doesn't target anything.
What is it targeting?
It doesn't target anything.
Okay, good.
But I was just like, that's why I said, what's it pointing at?
Yeah.
What's it aiming for?
What's targeting?
What's the name? No, not targeting, or I would have said targeting.
I know, I'm just
it doesn't target.
It worked. I tried to make you mad and it worked. Hit him, Baneslayer.
Get him!
I was trying to think of when the protection from demons would be relevant. That Delve one.
Yeah, the Delve one is a demon.
Woo! You're getting there. I mean, it's one of the few creatures that can block it and trade with it. Except it can't.
Nope, because protection from demons. So gonna trade Monastery Mentor Snapcaster maybe, or does Josh have some spells? Nope, so Tony just gonna block the Snapcaster Mage.
Grizzlebrand, I guess, is relevant.
I guess they could just bump Uglies with Grizzlebrand, and they don't gain 7 life, and you gain 5 life.
Yeah, it blocks really well.
Yeah, that's relevant.
Tombstalker is the card that I can
never remember his name. Every single damn week.
We're
always like, the big flying delve creature, and chat's like Tombstalker. And then the next week we're like, what's the big flying delve creature? Yeah.
Don't draw attention to how stupid we are.
One of these days I might remember its name.
I'm just following the pithing needle rule of you don't actually have to know the name. You just have to describe what it does so that everyone's in agreement of what card you're talking about.
So I'm kind of like in the Ben Stark camp of Magic, which is that like if the cards didn't have fancy names or pictures and were just the rules text, I would be fine. Like I sometimes don't even know the names of cards in my deck. I'm just like, I know what it does.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to know.
The only reason you'd really need to know the name is for discussion, like...
Yeah.
Which we should care about.
Well, no, because we can just describe it, and someone in chat will tell us what it is.
Fair enough.
Like, if we say the big flying delve creature, like, we're obviously not talking about Sultai Scavenger.
We should, though. There's some scary pictures in Magic.
Well, when I'm registering my deck list, I go through my deck and just write the name down.
Okay, so it looks like Baneslayer evened the score up.
I'm not good enough to, like, memorize my deck list and then write it down. I would mess it up for sure.
I have it in a phone message. Or a notepad in my phone.
That works too. I usually just go... when I'm writing a deck list, I always just... Even if I feel like I do have my deck list memorized, I always just go through my deck list.
Do you put it in order?
Yeah. I always have it sorted before the event so that when I get there, it's just really easy to write it.
Okay, don't get angry. Do you have a method of shuffling after you put your deck in order, or is it just normal shuffling?
I just normal shuffle it.
Okay. Don't get angry. He gets mad when
people try to tell me that pile shuffling does something. Like, oh, I mulliganed to 5. You should take a pile shuffle so that you don't, you can mix all your cards up. I'm like, it's random. It's not doing anything.
Some people are, I don't know.
It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
It's probably less random than me just mashing my cards together.
Should I try not to rile you up? I enjoy it. I hope chat enjoys it. Pile shuffle is for Yu-Gi-Oh nerds.
Pile shuffling does do something important. It counts your deck.
Okay.
So I'll pile shuffle my limited decks. I'll always pile them once.
So ponder against a Deathrite.
Magic.
Yeah. Pile shuffling does do something. It just doesn't shuffle. Yeah.
It doesn't randomize.
There's a reason that you can't end on a pile shuffle. Is it's really easy to stack your deck.
Yeah.
If you know any kind of sleight of hand, which I don't.
There, that's a good name for it. Let's call it pile counting.
Terminus!
Better not pile twice. That's against the rules.
It is now. Yeah, it is.
And unless you're playing it regular, then you can pile shuffle all you want. And I know this because Glenn, his opponent, pile shuffled like 3 times at FNM, and Glenn was like, you know, you really are only supposed to do that once. And his friend behind him was like, we're judging it regular. He can do it as many times as he wants. And we're just like, I just kind of laughed. But
I feel like it's kind of rude, though. I get tilted when they start doing it, just a little bit, just like, oh, come on, I wanted to play Magic, not watch you shuffle your cards.
If I've, like, presented my deck,
uh-huh.
and you start piling, like, then I'm just like, oh my gosh. Really?
Don't pile more than once if you want friends.
Just don't pile. Don't pile count. Unless you actually need to count your deck. If you're like, huh, I'm just going to make sure that my deck is the right amount. Then you can pile count.
So you know that old trope of, like, people on reality shows that are like, I didn't come here to make friends. I'm here for the $1 million. That's kind of how some people show up to Friday Night Magic, like you know, like.
I'm here for that foil token. No one gets in my way. See, that's the other one too. Just count your sideboard.
Yeah, that's
count
what I do.
Count your 15.
It's really easy.
That's what I do too. Yeah.
So Tony trying to rebuild after that terminus. I think there's 2 terminus.
Yeah, there's 2 there. So this has been a decent start for Josh.
He's running like he still runs the 4 terminus, right?
Yes, of course.
He could.
Yeah, that's true. You could just have lost the card.
Laughs ID. Thank you for following.
You forgot underscore. Laugh underscore PCG.
I always mispronounce underscore as not pronouncing it. So here's Swords to Plowshares. Gonna bump Tony up 1 life point. You present a 59 even with 15.
I enjoy being the villain, but pile shuffling is going too far. Winter Arm's fine in EDH. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, I like it. Slows the game down, so it takes 5 hours.
Did he just... No, never mind. I'm crazy.
You receive every Charlie horse you receive. That's harsh. Charlie horses hurt.
I've pile shuffled a few times in EDH just to like piss people off, but that's with like when I'm playing with like Ray or something, and I'm just like, my goal of this game is just like piss Ray off, because pissing Ray off is fun.
Yeah,
making him mad.
Yeah, but as soon as you're like, I'm gonna take a break, they're like, I'm done pile shuffling.
Yeah. Okay, so Snapcaster Mage getting into the red zone, dropping Josh down to 13. Looks like old Gurmag Angler is coming down. See if he's gonna... Nope, not gonna delve the full amount. Just gonna delve 5 cards away.
Yeah. You just leave up as many as you need and then keep the cards in your yard.
Gonna delve 3 cards away and pay 4 for the Gurmag Angler. Gonna keep all those juicy Snapcaster targets there.
I think he has Abrupt Decay as well that he's holding on to. So,
yeah, looks
like
that's
about
what is in the front.
That and maybe one other card is all he
Josh
needs to
has
cast.
Gideon, though. But tapping out for Gideon with this board is probably not a good idea.
He's a little land light. I think that's a problem he's running into here.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
Snapcaster Mage, though, on the Swords to Plowshares.
That's very good.
Yep.
Tony back up to 25, though.
24.
24.
He made a fetch.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Snapcaster Mage. So the Snapcaster... Oh, Fatal Push. Gosh.
You hear that guy made a new video?
What guy?
The
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson ASMR impersonator.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You saw the video, didn't you? Oh, wow. Owen Wilson.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Gosh. So Flusterstorm on
Abrupt Decay. Oh, just to probably make a token.
make a monk. Okay,
Make
I was
a monk.
confused for a minute.
I mean, you can still try to counter an Abrupt Decay.
My brain was like, it looks like Josh is doing something bad, but he never does.
I think he just needs a monk token.
Yeah,
He kind of just needs something, but
just as a blocker.
yeah. Oh, Culligan's Command. All
Wow,
right.
that's good.
Well, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I believe they are yellow eclipses.
I thought eclipses were black on the inside.
You're right, they are. So I don't know, maybe these are just dragon shields? Regular old dragon shields? I don't know.
They could be old KMCs.
I don't know that KMC made yellow ones.
Did they not make yellow?
I don't think so.
That's a weird bit of knowledge you have. There's back to basics for Josh. Tony's completely untapped, though.
You mean Jace?
No, he has back to basics in his hand. Josh does. Jace is dead.
Yeah. He's got 2 back to basics in his hand, it looks like. Or maybe just a brainstorm.
Another surgical. Another surgical on his hand. Or in he saw it. I don't know if it's in his hand anymore. Making a fetch for Council's Judgment.
Council's Judgment.
It's pointing at Snapcaster Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Not targeting.
Nope.
Stay calm.
That card doesn't target.
Okay. Okay.
I don't get it. Why is that supposed to make me mad?
I don't know. It does, though.
What just happened? I looked away for like a second.
I think Tony just scooped?
Did check pile player just concede? I looked at you and then I looked back and the players were picking up their cards.
Yeah, it was kind of just looked like a fairly mundane play of just
Council's Judgment, you're 2-1.
Yeah, Council's Judgment, you're 2-1, and then the game's
Can't
over.
beat that.
I mean,
I
probably couldn't.
Maybe just felt like he was so far behind.
Spinning his wheels.
Yeah, and Miracles was kind of just starting to get its footing.
We missed a lot of this match. It could be time.
Oh, it could have just been turns.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah, this round's been going for ever.
Do you want to check time and grab me my due and make me a sandwich?
Gosh.
Thanks, babe.
Taking care of my man.
Yeah, hopefully Brandon figures out who scooped there and why. Miracle's going to turns, who'd have thunk it? I thought they fixed that problem. I don't know. The check pile list just kind of took a very long time to win the game that it did win. I will be right back. I want to see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like we're 3 minutes past on Legacy. Neither of those lists are fast. More importantly, they're so good at stopping the other person from what they want to do. Because a mentor kill isn't slow. If he gets out of control, even on turn 4 or something, that can just be it. Check pile is almost... At least we got to watch interactive Magic. Yes. Yep, that's why I think I like that matchup is... Something happens every turn for 30 turns, and then someone's declared the winner. We see lots of turns. It's just stuff is happening. We saw a big turnaround with Miracles hitting Terminus and then just grinding back into the game. Like, they both had a Jace, and then Miracle's just... They ran him out of threats. They had more answers than he had threats.
Looks like we have a fun new face. His name is Adam, and I didn't ever see him before.
What a fun face.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He asked me a question, and I gave him an answer, and then I think that's him right there. Right there! With that sweet Brainstorm playmat. And he's playing against Paul. That was a draw. They went to time.
That's kind of what I thought after a while.
Yeah. So we've got Adam, Andy, Adam or Andy? Look at the thing. I asked Kyer if he could write up the stuff for us, and he hasn't. I'm pretty sure it's well, no, wrong side.
Oh, I thought you pointed over there.
Well, I did, but
Andy.
for the fun new face.
Oh,
Adam.
Adam.
The fun new face is over there with the sweet Brainstorm playmat. Come on, we see Paul all the time. We know already that that's his playmat.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
I've told you how bad my memory is.
Get good,
No.
bro.
That's what you're for.
Oh.
I'm good at the technology stuff. You have to be good at everything else.
Who's Morgan Chang? And why should I be impressed that you tilted him? That's a Mox Opal.
That's the Metalcraft one?
Yeah,
Yes.
the masterpiece one.
I have a foil one that makes me so angry because I have one foil because that's all the guy I was trading with had, and I was like, I guess I'll take it because I need the fourth one. And I've just had it forever, and it bothers me.
I thought about trading that off of you for Commander, like EDH.
Yeah.
Then I'm just always just like, nah, I don't really care. Ooh. They're
Do you know what
rolling
Adam's
dice.
playing?
Some pro player. Okay. I've just never heard of Morgan Chang before. I guess tilting a pro player is fun. That's always that's always a fun thing, I guess.
So...
That looks like Morgan Chang. I assume the dude playing Magic is him?
Yeah, in front of the
Ah,
Soren thing.
yeah.
Yup.
Cool.
He looks tilted.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Not in that picture. I'm just imagining him tilted.
So hopefully in a minute get to see what Adam is playing.
Do we have 2 matches today?
Yeah, I told Kyer, I said, hey, no one sat at the first table, and so we sat there staring at the blank table for like 20 minutes before we realized pairings were up.
G-Probe. Oh, we might see Price of Progress.
I mean, yeah, I guess Price of Broderick's decks play Gitaxian Probe, but I feel like a lot of other decks also play Gitaxian Probe.
I saw not Steam Vents. Fetchy. Scalding.
A Scalding Tarn?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're so far so good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
It could just be any other Delver deck, but
oh, I don't think it is. I think I saw a Deathrite Shaman. Yep.
the new Wasteland? Like the Eternal Masters artwork of Wasteland? Or is there a new artwork that I don't know about? Like a promo? I think he's talking about the Eternal Masters version.
Isn't it like a Dead Tolarian something?
Oh, is he playing Storm? Is that what Adam's playing? Someone's saying
Deathrite Shamans. So it's...
Oh, yeah, that one. So I prefer the old artwork. I prefer the Tempest artwork myself. But what I really appreciate about the Eternal Masters artwork is that is the artwork for City of Brass.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's the one I'm really thinking of.
That's the modern Masters artwork of City of Brass getting like wasted away. So I think that's really cool. But
I like old card frames so much.
Yeah,
but I guess
same.
if we're just talking about the art, let me pull up the other one. I need to make the most informed decision I can because this is important. I think I like the new one.
that altar's really cool with the sunset.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Wow, what a beautiful...
I forgot to update the round.
Okay, so... Tabernacle came down for Paul, and this is like a really slow land start, though.
So I think this is Grixis something.
Dual Owen Wilsons. Yeah, our group decided that we were Owen Wilson at the pre-release a couple weeks ago, so it's like 3 in the morning, and you just like we kind of like echo each other. So like one of us, we'd be playing our match, and our opponent would do something and be like, "Oh wow!" and then from across the room, all the rest of us would just start, "Oh wow, wow!" and then it'd just be like 5 or 6 people going, "Wow!" for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, there was like 12 of us.
That's because when I guess it's like 3 in the morning and we're tired out of our minds, we do stuff, I guess.
Do stupid things.
Yeah, this could possibly be Pyle, but like, does Pyle have the Gitaxian probe in it? I feel like they don't have room for that card.
It looks more. There's more.
I saw a
cards.
Daze.
There were more than one red card.
I saw a Daze though.
Yeah.
It's Delver. I just saw the Delver. It looks like he has the checklist cards. Whoa, Paul is
That's
excited about something.
Usually a trigger.
No, yeah, like a remember. He's putting that there to remind Adam that he has to pay for Tabernacles.
He turns
And so he's just going to pay for Tabernacle that way with the Deathrite Shaman activation.
He can turn Deathrite Shaman into a quest giver.
A giver of quests.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's a kind of a World of Warcraft joke. They have exclamations
Nerd!
over there. All right.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
I'm sure everyone that already knows the joke has already gotten it.
Okay. I've just never played World of Warcraft, so.
Nerd! So he's getting a little bit mana screwed.
GG, Monster Man. Thank you for following.
All this hand disruption isn't great against the lands deck.
Not really.
Although that hand is more non-land cards than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
He can wasteland him again.
Don't wasteland me, bro.
And he has
it looks like Adam doesn't have another land. So, oh no, he has a Flooded Strand. I see it in the back.
Yeah, Flooded Strand's in the back. Are the 2 on the table ones he's putting back? Either of those land?
I don't know. Maybe have.
It'd be hard to imagine him actually putting back land in this position, though.
Yeah.
They're gonna get shuffled
I feel like
regardless
you'd want
of
to
what
at
they
least
are.
keep. Maybe if they were both lands, you can put one of them away and keep the second. But I don't know. I see a Life from the Loam and I see 2 wastelands.
So, well, we have a minute here. Do you think getting that brainstorm actually helped Josh? Like, do you think his draws were worse, or like getting the ones out of his deck? I mean, it was for sure a great play because he got the one out of his hand, but I'm just wondering if getting the 2 out of the deck was relevant. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to like
Chat, tell me.
Frank Karsten run the math.
Stats it.
Yeah, and
And that's a lot of effort.
yeah, my feeble brain has already moved past it. I don't know. It was a interesting decision, but paid off, I think, because it did get that card out of his hand. And
So Adam just bolts end step, pays for Deathrite with Paul's Graveyard again.
mm-hmm.
Drawing a random here since he shuffled.
Yeah, just not a lot of business for Adam. It looks like he's got at least 2 Force of Wills in his hand.
That's not...
So, I mean, like, those will be good against the crop rotation, but don't feel good forcing a, like a Life from the Loam or something. But
The second Force of Will feels like a really good pitch to the first
Force of Will? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know. I mean, honestly, too, like, Paul not really in a hurry. You know? Like, with Adam kind of whiffing on lands here, and now it looks like he's brainstorm locked himself, because I don't think he found another land.
Paul's not in a hurry, but does he have a choice? Like, definitely
Yeah, I mean,
not.
he could have started a... No, I guess no, he's been just playing it exactly the way he should. He's wastelanded off the black sources, so now his Life from the Loam doesn't get eaten by Deathrite Shaman. So now he just kind of needs to start playing out his land drops, and then he can kind of get his dredge engine going.
So he's run out of lands in Paul's graveyard, so this is going to be a tough decision.
I think he's got 3 fetches in his own graveyard, though, that he can eat. So, but just going to use his Volcanic Island.
Yeah, keep all the any color mana untapped.
I like this, and just start getting in there for 1.
Huh.
I like that decision.
Yeah, the second Deathrite feels terrible with Tabernacle at Pendrelville on the field.
Is there another? Oh, there is another Deathrite in his hand, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
So crop rotation.
As well as like a Taxian Probe.
Paul, thinking about crop rotation.
That's an easy counterspell if he goes for it.
Yeah, dazed.
Daze. So Deathrite's going to have to eat something out of his own yard now.
Yeah.
Don't do it!
But I mean, that day still kind of feels good for Paul. Yeah, he 2-for-1'd. He got 2-for-1'd. But like now, Adam's just gonna have to exile another resource out of his graveyard to keep his Deathrite Shaman. He's just like the tempo. He's just so far behind. I just don't see how he's ever getting ahead of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess now he'll just eat the forest that was sacrificed. But
yeah. I like this Force of Will. That's okay. That's why he was. That's why he was holding on to that. Like a Taxian Probe. I was like, why wouldn't he just fire that off? It's just a blue card.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, Deathrite Shaman ate the forest to pay for itself.
He has Spell Pierce. Adam has Spell Pierce as well. So he's gonna have to assemble some kind of. He's gonna have to assemble a mana base, then assemble a real win con.
Well, he's got a Young Pyromancer in his hand.
Okay,
he just needs to find some mana.
Yeah, so.
Well, I don't know. Young Pyromancer not great though against Tabernacle either.
Definitely.
So.
That's for truth.
He needs to find a wasteland. Honestly, is what he needs, right?
Adam.
Yeah, he just needs to get rid of this Tabernacle. So that he can.
Do you just go for the Tabernacle? Or is it worth a priority of, like, throwing another wrench in the works for the 2020?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have any of the pieces. No, he has a Thespian stage in his hand, I think.
Yeah.
That Adam knows about.
And I feel like he's been gambling to try to go and get the other piece.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, at the same token, are you winning that game where you're just trying to keep them off of their 2020 for 1 turn? I don't think so. I think you need to be trying to think about winning the game. And right now, Young Pyromancer is what he's got. So he needs to wasteland the Tabernacle, then try to make Young Pyromancer and just hope that he can race against the...
I think you're right.
Assembling that combo.
So dredge here. So now this Dark Depths is in the yard, and he can Life from the Lomit.
Yeah.
Deathrite Shaman is tapped. Okay, Force of Will.
Okay. Just gonna slow him down a little bit.
Enough that that Deathrite Shaman can eat that Dark Depths to keep itself alive for a turn.
Yep.
Bullet dodged. But I think Paul just pointed at his wasteland. Like, you had to get one of these, and now I'm just going to get your land.
Well, I mean...
Gurmag Angler kind of punishing Adam for not tapping his mana for that. Of course, he did need to tap the...
He had to eat the... he had to eat the...
yeah.
The thing, the card, the Dark Depths card.
Yeah.
That one. So I think that was the best play he could have made.
This next turn, though, I think he's going to be tapping his land and then using the Deathrite Shaman to play that Angler. Because that's a plan.
Yeah.
And then hopefully he hits a land off the top here.
I mean, this Deathrite Shaman, though, has done good work for Adam, keeping him in this game.
Yeah.
Like,
Land. Come on. Nope, that's a Delver.
but I think you're right. His plan should just be Deathrite Shaman, because the
Gurmag
relevant.
Angler? Or just Deathrite Shaman?
Yeah,
still?
no, Gurmag Angler. Sorry, Deathrite Shaman to Nama a land and cast the Gurmag Angler. I mean, he's gonna lose his land. Actually, oh, this is so rough. He needs to just find more land, so he's gonna get wastelanded.
Yeah.
Which means that he's only gonna be able to pay for Gurmag Angler once.
Other
Okay,
Deathrite
so
Shaman.
he's deciding to make another Deathrite Shaman.
He's just like, I'm going to lose my land. That's going to be okay, because my creatures are going to keep themselves alive and throw more wrenches
Yeah.
in Paul's plan.
See, because the Gurmag Angler would only get one turn,
Yes.
and then you would just have nothing. Stone nothing.
Yeah. All right.
But this Life from the Loam, I'm going to get back Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, and Grove of the Burn Willows. And there is a Punishing Fire in Paul's graveyard. So I usually don't like to call it quits, but I think that Paul wins this game. And now there's a Mana Bond.
Yeah, some bad stuff can happen.
And no Force of Will for Adam.
Was that a pass of the turn, though?
Yeah. So it looks like there's going to be some end step effects. Exile a couple.
That must mean that...
Oh, no, that's just an upkeep. So he's paying for the Deathrite Shamans.
Yeah, but that must mean that Paul is out of lands in his yard.
Yeah, I think he just loamed them all back to his hand.
That seems okay.
Yeah, and I don't think Adam... Oh, Adam drew a land. All right. But still, there's a Ghost Quarter in Paul's hand. There's going to be a response. You gain a life. He's going to put the Punishing Fire back in his hand so it can't get eaten. Yeah. This has been pretty brutal for Adam.
But he's holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I mean, he's still keeping his head above water. But I just don't know how much longer he can do this.
Or how much...
Third Deathrite Shaman?
Wow.
There's just not a lot of fuel left
Yeah.
to keep these alive. But
All right. So, do you think this is enough of a foregone conclusion that we should check in on the other match? There's about to be a Dark Depths,
is there?
isn't there?
I don't think he has a Dark Depths.
Oh, maybe not.
Like, I don't think Paul necessarily has a way to win yet. I
Oh.
just don't see
Oh.
Adam crawling back from this, especially with this Punishing Fire. Because now, boom, like he's just gonna, like these Deathrite Shamans have to pay for themselves.
There goes the land.
Yeah, like this game is done. Let's peek in at what's happening on the other side.
That's
Yeah.
us.
Oh my gosh.
Sideboarding. Well, let's keep watching.
It looks like that was Michael Hinderacker and I think Ray.
Ooh.
So that might be an interesting match to watch when
Yeah.
they get done sideboarding.
Those are some good players.
Yeah. Another Grove.
So, more Punishing Fire. Get your guy. Get your other guy.
Yep. Adam not.
Not giving up.
Nope.
So he came here to play Magic. So at least he doesn't have to pay for Tabernacle anymore.
Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. That's good. Looks like he dredged Maze of Ith, Misty Rainforest. So Ghost Quarter gonna clean that up.
Now that all his creatures are dead, he's gonna draw the Wasteland.
Well, he's still got a Gurmag Angler in his hand. So.
At this point, I don't know if it matters because he can loam
so
back.
If he draws.
Tabernacle?
Oh yeah, you're right. He just loams it.
Yeah.
This deck is so dumb.
Yeah.
Golly, so broken, bro.
I can update this because I know this. It's round 2.
Yeah, this is Ray and Michael Hinderaker.
Oh yeah, because that
Ray is playing lands.
we're gonna spell his name that way this week. Like yeah.
Yes, by dumb I mean amazing.
We're gonna have lands on both of our tables.
Like this deck is so that is just dumb. The things that deck does are just ridiculous.
I hope that's how you spell Michael.
Probably. And Michael's usually playing something different every week, so we'll, I guess, see what he's doing.
I just want to switch over for a minute. There's now 0 permanents. Okay, he drew his card and he scooped.
All right.
I just wanted to show.
So I think things do get a little better though for Adam in the sideboards. He can bring in surgical extractions and get rid of a lot of like the derpy removal and I don't know, maybe he has submerge. That's always an option too.
Yeah.
Submerging the 2020 is always fun. I think I saw a Belflestrix. Yeah, I see a Belflestrix.
So.
Oh, this is Calvin. Not Michael. This is Calvin.
Was it shiny?
No, I just recognized his hands. Those are Calvin hands. You can tell because they're not white. And Michael's a white kid. Calvin's not white. And I recognize the playmat.
Doesn't he play Grixis Delver?
Yeah. I recognize the playmat also. It took me a second.
Huh.
But this is definitely Calvin.
I forgot that I'm not supposed to wear long sleeves in here because it gets like 5,000 degrees and a half.
Yeah, it hot dough. Oh!
Dying from hotness.
Force of Will, that's what that is.
Okay, Force of Will hits life.
That's how I know what the card is. If he returns an island to his hand, it's a daze. If he exiles a blue card, it's obviously a force. And if he does nothing and the card just gets countered and he paid a blue mana for it, it's his Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Or if they fetch and don't get anything, it was his Stifle. So I've got to like wait for the spells to resolve to know what they are when it comes to Kelvin.
That's a Burning Wish.
So Ray is... Why did you spell his name weird?
Because I can.
All right.
It's within my power.
Ray Burning Wished for something. What was that card? It was a red card.
Probably a sorcery. Would you say?
I think that you're right.
Okay. I like when I'm right.
It was a sorcery.
So, Deathrite Shaman eating that... Wait.
Deathrite Shaman just attacked.
Oh, it just attacked?
Yeah. There's nothing for it to eat.
What about that life from the loam? That's Explore.
That's an exploration.
Oh,
that's
that makes
an enchantment, bro.
I was like, why would you even try to cast life from the loam? It's an Explore.
That's what got Force of Willed.
Okay.
What is that card? What are this?
Heck if I know.
We got a Rita.
Chat room?
We got a Rita.
Chat room?
Jorgensen, what is it? I don't know what that is. I know I recognize the artwork, and as soon as they tell me what it is, I'll know, but I don't know what it is right now.
It rolls a dice.
Is it a... It's not a gamble. I don't know what it is.
It's 2 cards.
Oh, we rolled a 0.
10.
Oh, we rolled a 0.
10.
Oh, we rolled a 0.
3. Recasting Dreams? Is that...
So, do you feel like when you have a D10 and you roll it that you need to proclaim before you roll that 0 is 10?
It's understood.
Right. That's what I thought. But I've gotten in trouble before by just like rolling it, getting the 0, and my opponent rolling and getting a not 0, and they're like, cool, I'll go first. I'm like, I won the die roll, and they're like, you rolled a 0. And I'm like, it's a 10. And they're like, you didn't tell me that before we started.
It's Wizards of the Coast. They make Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I know.
At 10, a 0 should be 10.
A 0 is always a 10 on a D10.
I'll go to the judge with that. So it's, yeah, Devastating Dreams. Thank you, Mordock. As an additional cost to play Devastating Dreams, discard X cards at random from your hand.
Can we put it on the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it better. Look, and now the picture's bigger.
No, I wanted to read the tiny one. Okay. Each player sacrifices X lands.
You really did just want to read the tiny one.
I did.
Huh. Right? Yeah, that would make sense. That a D10 is, you know, but I just feel like I have to say that 0 is 10 because I've encountered people that, like, try to fight me. Like, nope, you rolled a 0, bro. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was just universally understood that 0 is 10 on a 10-sided dice.
It is.
You nitwit.
I think it is.
Well, it should be, but...
And you just found the one person. Yeah, so that's basically 2 mana, just any number of rays. Because rays. Just the one red. Wow, there's a lot of things with rays in the name.
Yeah, it's sort of just implied, right? Like, it's called a D10, that means it's 1 through 10. And if 0 was not 10, then it would be that.
Yeah.
The other one, too, that gets me is I have, like, Haruruya dice. I have those Haruruya dice where 1 is the little sun face. And so we roll them, and I'm like, it's like sun face 6. Oh, you rolled a 7. And they're just like, how do I know what that is? And I'm like, it's a 6-sided dice. It's obviously not the 6.
That's over here, right?
Like, I feel like I've got to, like, go through with my dice now and be like, the sun face is a 1, see? Let me show you all the other sides. I don't know. Maybe I just play against some interesting characters.
I think you do.
Like to angle shoot me.
You have way more cool story or bad stories about people playing weird. So it looks like that game's over since Ray Stone Rained him back into the Stone Age.
Raised him to the ground. That's like one of my favorite lines in, like, medieval war movies.
Yeah.
Like, we will raise him to the ground. It's because, like, for a long time, I didn't know that raise was a word, R-A-Z-E.
Yeah.
And I thought it was R-A-I-S-E. And I'm like, raise you to the ground?
That way...
How high is the floor? And then I finally learned what raising was. And I was like... It was just like everything clicked in my head, but...
Your whole life has just been... I understand now why you think that. Okay. So that's a gamble? That has to be a gamble, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is a gamble. So this looks a little better for Grixis Delver.
Yeah, he has lands.
He's got a Needle, he's got a Wasteland, he's got a Threat.
I think he just got mana starved that previous game.
Yeah,
that was a huge issue.
Paul had a lot. Paul had basically everything he needed for that slow hand. Like, he didn't have a super explosive hand, but he had the Tabernacle.
Yeah.
And then he had multiple Wastelands. I think he just naturally drew 3 Wastelands. And then was eventually able to just get to the point where...
Oh, now look who's wastelanding who!
Yeah, I think Paul's going to be okay, though.
Will he draw lands?
I think he's got 2 in his hand.
Well, then we've already answered that question. Do they produce mana, though? Looks like it's a Dark
One's
Depths.
a Dark Depth, so... The answer... Paid... Oh, Sphere of Resistance is in play. For some reason I thought that was like a Mox Diamond, but the Mox Diamond's right there.
Over there.
So for some reason I thought there were 2 Mox Diamonds in play, even though the artworks are just completely different.
Round artifact with cool border.
Yeah, round artifact. There's a round circle artifact. Yeah, no, there's a Sphere of Resistance.
Beat in for one.
So hopefully that Delver's going to flip next turn. I'll be really surprised if the Delver doesn't flip. Is that a Winter Orb I saw?
Boy, I hope so.
That's a Winter Orb in Adam's hand
Costs
as well.
3. So. Oh, Adam's hand?
Yeah, it's in Adam's hand.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh
You can be George Takei and I'll be Owen Wilson.
Oh my.
Wow. Delver flipped a force of will. Wow.
Paul's staring at a punishing fire like, yeah, okay. It does cost 3.
Yeah.
So he only made 1 land drop last turn, and he has an Explorer, so he's definitely just...
He's got a crop rotation and some other stuff in his hand.
That Wasteland is paying off in spades.
Yeah,
Like,
wow.
That's, what?
Wow. I can't say it normally now, can I? Slam it! Slam the Winter Orb. Or I don't know, maybe not.
There's not a reason to.
Oh, but there is to just do it.
You're shutting off your own...
Yeah, it's probably worse for Adam in this
Surgical?
case to do it.
He's shutting off his own surgical.
That's true.
And, I mean, if he gets hit with a punishing fire...
He's just in a ton of trouble.
Yeah, he's in a world of hurt.
Yeah. Ooh, is he going to do it? He's... Oh, Young Pyromancer.
Okay.
I like this better.
That's way better, yeah.
I would have just slammed the Winter Orb because I'm impatient and ambitious and sometimes don't think. And I'm just like, Winter Orb, what you gonna do, lands player? And they're just gonna like, all right. And then I'll just lose to my Winter Orb. I've definitely lost to my own Winter Orb more than I've won because of a Winter Orb. Because I'm just like, I got the Winter Orb, smash!
They have to be tapped out for it to be
Relevant.
really good.
Right, otherwise it's kind of like, meh. And when you're paying extra mana for it under the Spheres tax, it's... So I'm curious what the needle is naming, though. Probably like Thespian Stage or something?
So he got rid of the Dark Depths with crop rotation to go get another land that taps for mana. That was on his end step, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Untaps here.
So he drew a Life from the Loam, I think? He's got a Punishing Fire there. So
There's a weird card in Adam's
hand. He
hand.
can cast Punishing Fire, and there's not anything Adam can do about it.
What's that card in Adam's hand? Oh, that's the Winter Orb.
Yeah, that's the Winter Orb. The
Yieldy.
The polar bear.
Rawr.
Yeah, growling at the moon that's not a moon. It's just like a Winter Orb. I always thought, like, looking at that artwork until I looked at it closely, that was just a moon in the background. And then I realized that the orb is actually in the forefront, and the bear's, like, growling at it. Yeah. It's bizarre artwork. And there's, like, a dead thing in there. Old artwork on Magic cards was the greatest. And this other polar bear's just like,
What's up?
that's no moon.
Is the Coke up here?
That kind of reminds me of that one there. It kind of reminds me of Gerald
That's no
from
moon.
from the new Finding Nemo movie.
Who?
Did you see that
No.
movie? Gerald the seal. So there's the kind of the derpy seal, and he's always trying to get on their rock, and so he's always just like poking up, like trying to get on the rock, and the seals are like, "Get off our rock, Gerald!" And that kind of makes me think of Gerald.
So, Surgical just hit Punishing Fire.
That's pretty good.
That's extremely good.
Yeah. That bear is defending his kill from the Winter Orb. I don't understand the artwork on this either. Like, what are, like, did the artist just feel like there wasn't enough going on if he just drew an orb in like a winter wasteland? That he just felt like, I should put some more stuff in here, so he drew a couple of bears and a corpse.
No, it's like kind of telling a story. Like, oh, let me bring it
What
back up
story
here.
is he telling?
Well, why is there all those dead bears below the orb? Does it like draw them in?
Oh, are those dead bears?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess those are. You can see their claws.
Man, that's
So like the
metal.
winter orb draws the bears in and then kills them?
Somehow it freezes
Huh.
even polar bears.
That's interesting.
It's so winter.
I think that this would be a good time to play Winter Orb. When you're this far ahead, you've got a Deathrite Shaman to help you with mana. I kind of like making Winter Orb.
Bam!
Boom! There it is.
Get Winter Orbed.
That's no moon. That's a Winter Orb.
That's a Death Star. I don't remember how he says that. Lando Calrissian at some point talks about the Death Star.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember what he says exactly.
That Death Star!
Gotta get that Death Star! That's what it is.
Oh, no, it was the... That came from the Death Star! That thing's operational! And then his buddy was like, yeah, but That's what I always loved that about Star Wars films, how you could like they could understand the aliens.
Yeah. They were all
But they would like speak English, like everyone was just
they just respected their right to speak whatever they wanted, and
right, but they all understood everything. So like you just speak your alien language. Like Greedo and Han, Greedo's speaking Greedo language and Han's like speaking English.
Yeah, that's the world we're all headed towards.
Yeah. No, I think I'm remembering what the full line was now. When he was telling him to attack the Star Destroyers, he was like, attack those Star Destroyers, and the guy was like, we won't last 2 minutes against those Star Destroyers. He's like, you'll last longer than against that Death Star. Shoot, I'm gonna go watch Return of the Jedi when I go home. So Deathrite Shaman going to eat up the Life from the Loam. Oh, wow, nice.
Oh, wow.
Gonna cycle the draw so that he can get the Dredge Trigger out from under the Deathrite Shaman.
So, did he
Play of the day.
Did he just pay 2 for that, or was that me?
He did. But that's not a spell, so it's okay. It's an ability of a cycling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
Cycling, you just pay 2.
I know, but I thought he paid... Oh, is it... I thought it was 1 to cycle.
No, it's 2. Oh, I thought you were saying did he pay 2 because he should have paid 3, but...
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1 to cycle.
No, it's 2.
Oh.
It's 2 to cycle.
Well, I'll be... I thought it came in tapped, but it was 1.
Nope. It comes into play tapped, but it's 2.
Chat room? What's the name of that card?
Sheltered Thicket.
Sheltered Thicket? Thanks, chat room.
And that's game.
It is 2. Looks like I'm wrong again.
Try to correct me, bro.
Oh, I was just stating what I viewed as fact.
Fair.
So are we at 1-1 now?
Yeah, we're at 1-1. That was an interesting game.
Let's I'm gonna check in on the other match. It looks like it's
they're just done.
Someone's dead.
Somebody died the death.
Mark Tedden.
So I want to pose this question to chat because I think it's one of the more important philosophical questions of the universe.
Uh-oh.
Who shot first? Han or Greedo? Who was it? Who did it? Why would he even have made that change?
I don't know.
Like, did he just feel like that Han shooting first was too dark and he wanted the character to be more light?
Han, what kind of question is that? That's usually what everyone says.
That's what I thought.
Like,
but I mean, I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's like okay with the fact that Greedo shot first in the remakes.
So I'm building a game right now, right?
Okay.
Part of the reason I love programming is it's a continuous build of just everything's always improving. And George Lucas takes that stance with his movies of like, I'm going to keep changing these how I can without altering them too much. But of course, that seems like too much. You're changing how, like...
I don't know. I
changing
think I
Han
could...
from being a person that's like, I'm going to wait until the other person makes a move to like a... You know, like, I'm good enough at this that I know you're going to shoot, and I shoot first.
Yeah.
Like...
Because that's just Han, right? Han doesn't care about nothing, man. He's just gonna shoot you and say...
That's what makes him so cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I felt like, I don't know, maybe the change was George Lucas just felt like that was too dark for the character and that he wanted him to be more portrayed as a good guy of like, Oh, it was self-defense and not just like flat out murder. I don't know. To me, though, the Han shooting first isn't as egregious as the dance number in Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah, that scared me when I was a kid.
Oh.
So, Paul's hand was all lands, explore. Seems good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So, wasteland your wasteland, wasteland your...
Taiga. And then he can still play another land. Tabernacle is what he plays? Oh, Wasteland was already in play?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Wait.
No, I think he played the Wasteland, yeah.
Oh, he put it back in his hand.
Okay,
He realized, oh, I went too far there. It's kind of hard when, like, you put a land into play, immediately get rid of it, have another land to get rid of.
Oh, jeez, there's another Wasteland. Surgical away...
Your wasteland.
Your Wastelands.
Look at his hand.
That seems alright, fine. And now that Wasteland can take care of a mana source or the Tabernacle eventually.
Ghost Quarters are effectively wastelands, though. So...
There it is.
He's not out of the woods on getting his mana base blown up yet.
But I think there's only 1 or 2 Ghost Quarters in Paul's deck, so...
Oh, really? Is it that low?
I think so. I don't know. Am I wrong? Do lands play many Ghost Quarters or just a few? Someone's coming.
Shh. All right.
Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, we can talk again.
Paul drew a Sphere of Resistance. Probably doesn't want to play that quite yet.
But Adam's so low on mana. And he has nothing else to do.
I guess that's true. And he has an Ancient Tomb, so that seems alright fine.
Yeah.
No, but he elected to do something different.
Nope.
Oh, Sphere costs 2 mana?
It does.
Wow. Oh, wow. I like that then. That seems good.
Whoa!
Double Wasteland all the way.
And now he needs these to help pay for things.
Yeah, this is kind of rough.
It's helping him pay for things, and he can just leave these up in case something goes wrong with, like...
Triple Wasteland. Winter Orb.
Oh, that's going to hurt him quite a bit first.
Yeah, but I just don't think he had anything else to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he had
another Winter Orb.
Like, the only other spell he could have cast was Engineered Explosives, but Sunburst doesn't really do anything with Wasteland, because Wastelands can only make diamond mana. Bergurkins, as they're properly called. I did. My favorite cut is the Count Dooku versus Obi-Wan and Anakin, but every time their lightsabers hit, Obi-Wan says, "High ground!" High ground!
I've seen one that's, "Hello there!"
Hello there! Hello there! I've seen hello there as well. Palpa memes are my favorite things.
I don't know if I like Winter Orb against lands. I just don't know if they care.
They don't care as much as some decks do, but it's still probably a lot better than, Fatal Push.
Sure.
And in a deck like Grixis Delver, the sideboards are usually so
meta'd, or
meta'd that like you probably just don't have a whole ton to bring in, so you kind of just taking everything bad out and bringing in anything that is even remotely playable.
Okay.
But I mean, I think Winter Orb is still all right.
Everyone disagrees with me. Winter Orb is great. Huh. Well.
I mean, in general, Winter Orb I think is really good. But
Ooh.
I think though that you are right. Like against the deck of all the decks where Winter Orb is really good, lands is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Like it's probably less good against lands as it is against a lot of other.
I'm just
things.
saying I like Winter Orb. I don't know if I like it against lands. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just to be clear with chat.
Yeah, we'll get that straight. Winter Orb's a great card. We just both feel like it's worse against lands than it is against the other decks where it's good. It's still good against lands. It's just of the matchups where Winter Orb is great, lands is at like the bottom of the list.
That's where I'm not agreeing. Is I just don't know if it's great. I don't know if it's even good against lands. It's better. It's better than something that does stone nothing.
I think it's all right against lands.
Okay.
I would be more than happy to have it against them, but it's still, not at its best here.
He didn't hit any lands there with his dredge. Otherwise, I think that's great. Like, I don't know. What's he trying to hit other than just...
Well, so, I mean, if he's casting Life from the Loam every turn, he is eventually going to fall behind this Winter Orb. And if he's not dredging if he's missing on those dredges, that is like one way for him to not be able to get ahead. But...
So it looks like he didn't even have a target last time, so he just draws naturally.
Mm-hmm.
This Deathrite Shaman is going to kind of tighten the clamps down on Paul so he can't use his graveyard even when he...
Yeah.
Okay, here's a cycle. Tranquil Thicket.
Is he going to... Does he... I don't even think he has a Life from the Loam in his graveyard.
No, he has it in his hand.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was stuck in his hand.
So that's why he didn't dredge this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was in his... So he's going to fetch Sheltered Thicket with Misty Rainforest. And then...
Okay.
He play a land. 3, 4... Life from the Loam. Going to get his 2 lands back. I think he's only played 1 land this turn, so he's got 1 more land drop.
Looks like.
Deciding on which one, though. Or maybe just not going to play a land.
So...
Wasteland for the Tabernacle, so he doesn't have to pay.
I like that.
He drew a Volcanic Island. That seems great.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's just tapping a Wasteland.
Oh, because he doesn't untap fully. Yep. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have any more fetchable targets? Yeah, there's 2 Taigas. There's the Sheltered Thicket. Oh, he has a basic forest. Oh, it's in play. All right. Yeah.
Eats that Tabernacle so it doesn't come back to bite him. Rather than eating the Life from the Loam, he just eats the target.
Yeah. So did he pay 4 for that?
3.
Well, he exiled the Tabernacle with Deathrite Shaman to produce a mana, and then tapped 3 lands, and then cast Young Pyromancer.
Right. I think someone's pointing that out now. Swords with 1 tapped.
Yeah, it seems good.
Could have fizzled Deathrite. Oh.
Oh yeah, so not being able to go for not being able to go for the whatchamacallit.
The land in the enemy graveyard?
No. Life from the Loam.
Huh? Oh, or the...
That's what Washer
you're
Blaze
right.
is talking about, why he didn't go for the Life from the Loam.
Okay. Okay.
It's because he got blown out again by Tranquil Thicket.
I'm following now.
Yeah. I wasn't even focusing on that. I was more concerned with him paying 1 million mana for Young Pyromancer.
That's just because of the delay where we'd already kind of moved on.
Oh, yeah. So this looks like a decent spot, though, for Adam. Like, Paul kind of just slowly getting behind the... That seems odd not to activate one of the Maze of Iths. But I guess...
It's the...
I guess you'd rather... I guess he just prefers to untap another land and doesn't want to have to worry about the Maze of Iths right now being tapped.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that seems fine. Take 2 damage now to save more down the road, I guess.
Passes turn again. He has Punishing Fire, and I believe he has enough to play it.
Oh, I don't like like attacking life from the loam. Oh, he's going to go for crop rotation, though.
For a turn is...
I mean, I guess, like, he's got to get Paul dead, so... Punishing Fire, Deathrite Shaman.
Okay.
Boom. And that's before untaps, so...
Let's see. Deciding which one he wants to untap.
Gonna untap Wasteland. So, I mean, things moving slowly, but I think Paul is in a really good position. Like, I think that the Sphere plus Winter Orb is more painful for Adam than it is at Paul at this point, so...
Yeah, and he's down to 1 creature, and it's like... It does cost basically 5 to replay Punishing Fire, doesn't it? No, I'm thinking that's dumb.
It costs 3.
1... It's going to cost 3 to play, plus 1 to bring back, so that's 4. Right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit. Using that Ghost Quarter as land destruction instead of untapped mana for a Punishing Fire is interesting.
Yeah. I think that this is a good spot for Paul.
Adam goes ahead.
Adam does get to untap 1 land, though.
He hit the Wasteland, or he used his Wasteland to just hit one of Paul's untapped lands.
Yeah.
Untaps his other Wasteland. He's just going to try to ride this to victory. Oh, this looks like turns.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't think Adam can win this game in turns. And I don't know if Paul can either.
So how much more damage can he do? He can do 4 more with the Young Pyromancer. Oh, he gets a token now. So that's 6. If he hits,
he only has 2 more turns, so...
Yeah, if he hits a lightning bolt and Paul doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Paul choosing not to untap the Maze of Ith, though. So...
Huh.
Yeah, if Paul untaps Maze of Ith on his next turn, though, Bolt doesn't even do it.
Yeah.
So... Ooh, I kind of feel like Adam needs to Wasteland here so that he can play into Bolt as his out.
And just untap Wasteland and hit the Maze?
Yeah, right away, so that Paul can't untap Maze on the next turn.
Oh, he hits a land. That's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good. Right. He has Wasteland, but he chose not to untap it.
I guess he'll choose to untap it when that Maze is untapped.
Oh, yeah, I guess he does have time for that, huh?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
He does have 1 more turn for that, so... Because if Paul untaps it here, Adam will just untap his Wasteland. Cabal Therapy.
Just kind of for the trigger.
Yeah.
Hits another Sphere of Resistance. That was a good name. He didn't know that was there, did he? Oh, he got Taxian probed.
Yeah.
He had to have. But that's good. That's going to make sure that he can't be locked out of the game. There's a Dark Depths.
So...
He can play the Tranquil Thicket, but it enters tapped. Oh, there's a Punishing Fire. So this is the final turn of the game.
It shows... Yep. Nope.
It's a tie.
It's a draw.
Awesome.
We've seen 2 draws so far.
Yeah.
Yeesh, guys.
We should ban another card so that we don't go to time so often. Are your jimmies rustled?
So wrestled.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
You talk to these guys.
Oh, gosh. What are you going to go do? I was hoping it would be my turn to go out, because I would like a smoke. Ha! The way I spelled Ray's name. Assuming he has lightning bolts in, the winning line was playing the land and not casting anything. Untap waste on the next turn. Waste and have 2 mana up to cast bolt. Ban Island. Yeah. That way games just always end on turn 2 when the active player just turn 1 or 2 and they just combo out. Like they're just gonna Belcher. Oh, I actually watched, like, I always just go, this is how I find new Legacy videos. I don't like watching the same people every time. So I just go to YouTube, type in like Legacy MTG or something, and then sort by the most recently uploaded, and then just watch a whole bunch of people that, they're not the most amazing, they're not the best content producers, but it's always something new. I just found that it gives me results that I wouldn't find otherwise. Anyway, I found this sweet Goblin Charbelcher deck. Like, it's just the classic Belcher, Oops All Spells, 1 land deck. But the deck is so, like, if you have a Force of Will, I lose. But if you don't, I probably win. Like, he just looks at his opening hand and is like, alright, I can make 8 mana. I'm just going to wait until I draw something. And then either wins the game out of nowhere or slowly dies and just never plays a single card. Belcher's amazing. We haven't seen it here in a while. If the Lion's Eye Diamonds weren't so gosh dang expensive, I would maybe look at it. The rest of the deck isn't too bad, I don't think. It's just a bunch of rituals and then like Belcher, which I can't imagine is more than $1. Here. To the Googles. Is that even on MTG Top 8 anymore? Let me let Brandon in.
So, we got a treat for you guys. More miracles, more lands. And if we go to the other table, it's more lands. I asked Paul and Josh if...
There's a horse outside.
I asked Paul and Josh if they could just do us a favor and stop winning all the time. Because I'm like, I'm sick and tired of lands and miracles. It was cool for a while because they're both good players.
Yeah.
And they're both good at their deck.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Tabernacle in the building, just 2. But they've just been winning, and so they've just been on camera the whole time.
Yeah, I think what the people want to see is mud. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
What I want to see, honestly, is a match that's going to be over in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm done talking to these guys.
Whatever. I was hoping to go smoke, but...
I really enjoy watching... I've always said that I like watching Miracles and Lands when they're good players. And both these players are, but just every week. They're just always winning, and they're always at the top tables.
Oh, look. Okay, so he has green and red mana. So does that mean he's Belcher? Is he going to try to... Of course it's not.
I didn't say mid-range decks. I just said decks that'll, win in a timely manner. We could watch Storm and Charbelcher. That'd be great.
Do you miss all the Reanimator matchups? Because I don't.
I wasn't casting when the Reanimator was big here, so
well,
I don't remember it.
Watching a 3-round match and then waiting for someone to play Magic, not my favorite casting experience. Sometimes it was really epic, but... Whew.
Paul rolled a 631. And I didn't see what Josh rolled.
I guess I should.
Let's look at what our other table is. Table 2. I think it's a Land's
Okay.
Mirror, to be honest.
Trinisphere.
No, it looks like mud of some kind.
We're staying here.
It's an artifact deck. All right, it's different. Let's watch this. It's different. So it's Ray versus Tony. Ray is on lands and Tony is on something.
Either 12 post or...
I think he's on 12 posts. I think I've seen him before. Disclaimer, his name's not Tony. Should I go find out what his real name is?
Yes, that would be very polite. 12 post? If we wanted to watch mid-range decks ram into each other, we would watch Modern. That's a burn. Tony?
Jonathan.
Oh.
Close. Almost Tony.
Man. Oh, that's how his name's getting spelled today.
Are we sure it's 12 post? I think it is 12 post.
No, I'm just taking a shot in the dark.
All right. I feel like I've seen him play 12 post before.
Mud can be a 12 post deck if they run Vesuvas. The
You're
vast
right.
majority of them are.
You're right.
I own the Vesuvas. I just...
So it's like the main difference between like Mud and 12 post then, just like that 12 post has green,
Yes.
but both can be 12 post decks in the sense of having...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Right on.
It's Mud I saw Chalice. Oh,
Okay.
is that the big... I mean, I don't know 12 post that well. I'll be honest.
You should know. This is your wheelhouse, man.
Well, I know Mud. I don't
So
know 12 post.
why would a 12 post not play Chalice?
Crop rotation.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Cool.
It also runs Ancient Stirrings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know their list very well either. I guess they also used to have like tops and stuff, but that is no more.
It's funny. You're running Cloud Post and then you run 1-drops.
Ooh,
Look at that.
what? Oh, that's the mirror gallery? What the heck? That's kind of cool.
To the internet. I'll bring this card out for you guys. Mirror. Is that?
Nope, I guess it's not called mirror
No,
gallery.
it's the...
What's it called? Mirror thing. I think it has mirror in its name, right? Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, Mirage Mirror is what it's called. Dak Faden said my name. Why did you say my name?
I don't know. It's the first thing he said.
You spelled it wrong, bro.
But yeah, okay. So 2, Mirage Mirror becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. Well, that seems very good against a Merit Lodge, doesn't it? The Cracker is going to be a
Yeah.
mirror breaker. Okay.
Well, it can become a copy of Caracas, though. Right? Yeah, it can become a copy of Caracas.
Oh, you're right.
And then bounce the Merit Lodge
That
anyway.
seems very versatile.
It's kind of cool.
So, Thorn of Amethyst coming down for Jonathan, making them non-creature spells cost more. Now I know you are names. You are here. I'm gonna tune in more.
Who are you? I'm kind of flattered that the greatest thief in the multiverse is gonna tune in to watch me.
A little scary. He's gonna steal my stuff.
With his red hand.
Climbing in my windows.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Game is over. Lance has Wasteland lock already. So what did he tap that 1 for? Oh, he had to pay 1 for Thorn of Amethyst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, this is looking pretty... Oh! Wasteland's him back.
He gonna response. He gonna response to that.
If he can hit an Ancient Tomb, he can make the mirror
a
land, and it doesn't stay that way since it's until end of turn.
Right.
So that doesn't help him at all.
That just puts him down a mana?
Then he can copy the Ancient Tomb and have 2 mana.
So he could take 2 life.
Yeah.
To copy his Ancient Tomb so that he could tap his Ancient Tomb to take 2 more life to cast a 2-costing spell.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying he could do? Yeah, that seems really good.
If he ever plays Death Shadow, that'll really pay off.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's not in the deck. He has Chalice. This looks like a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I think this game is probably over. It's
let's just peek in over here, where Magic is still being played.
Yeah.
A scoop?
I just don't know if I can do it anymore. Like, looking at the way this game is playing out on the other side, where it's just like neither player is going to win, but one's completely out of the game.
No,
oh, Ray won. Fast. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, he just made her 20-20.
See, sometimes it can win fast, but...
You didn't miss much. It was just Dark Depths. He had Thespian Stage already. Here's a 20-20.
Yeah.
So, Mud definitely takes out all those chalices. Most of them, at least.
Yeah?
I think so.
You don't want to... Because on the play, though, you can turn off Mana Bond, Exploration, Crop Rotation.
I guess you're right.
But I don't know. Maybe he's bringing in Pithing Needles and wants to get rid of them. Looks like he's looking at Winter Orb. He had a Tabernacle of his own in the sideboard, too.
The Mud player did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Terminus for the 2020. Wow. He predicted a Terminus.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's fun.
Had to be 2 from the top.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Greater than all.
Is this Josh against Paul?
Thoughtseize is saying... Yeah, Josh versus Paul. So Thoughtseize is looking at a Thespian Stage. Or not Thoughtseize. The thing what a Jace does when it upticks. What's that called? Thought?
Oh.
It has nothing to do with thought. What's that ability
Fate
called?
Seal.
Fate Sealing. See, that's close to Thoughtseize.
You know what's really helpful when you're trying to think of an ability?
Uh-huh.
Faithless. Just starts naming like
Just start
tutor
saying things.
Yeah.
Fate Seal. Yeah, the Fate Seal. Fate Seal and Thoughtseize, that's almost the same word. So, I'm justified. Fate Seal from Future Fight.
I like how we're back to just calling it miracles over topless miracles or...
Well, we all know it's got no top in it, so...
Exactly.
We'll just call it Miracles.
Yes.
I always thought that was a funny name. Topless Miracles.
I like watching this Miracles guy. Yeah.
He's a really good Miracles player, and so it's always nice to watch him play. But...
He has a name. It's Tony. Use it.
I can't do it anymore. No, we know Josh's name. Tony is only the people whose name we don't know and are too lazy to go find out.
That's it. Josh is Tony. I'm kidding.
Monastery Mentor and Jace. Dak Faden, the answer is yes. Dak Faden just sent me a text.
Was it the...
I feel special.
Okay.
I actually also feel like I just should have put 2 and 2 together, that's who Dak Faden was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dak Faden.
I hate that card. it just beats Mud. I don't know. I've won 1 game where a Dak Faden was being played.
Where did Jace go? I was looking at my phone.
Away.
Why did it go away? What happened? Oh, Punishing Fire. Boom. Yeah, so Monetary Mentor. Not going to be punished by no Punishing Fire.
Gets pumps.
Probably, I don't know, maybe it just feels like Jace isn't super relevant, would just rather save his Wastelands for something that makes him dead.
Yeah.
But, but now here he's Oh, no, just swords your monk.
Yep.
Boom.
Replace your monk, save your guy, gain some life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He just brainstorms more, but...
Ooh, there's another blue card.
Well, I think he just wants to cast that predict.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he has 2 Force of Wills in his hand, too, though. So maybe... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Showing Josh. He picks up the 3 from the top of his deck and just waves it in front of him. It's like the thing where you fate, like you're like, I fate seal you, and you pick up your own card of your deck and just show it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, if he had 2 Force of Wills, then saving the Jace seems correct. But
and there's quite a bit of monk tokens.
I think I didn't realize he had 2 Force of Wills.
Hmm.
So yeah.
After he Force of Willed the first time,
having the Jace would have been pretty good.
There's another one. Let's see, that was a redraw of something, but that was...
No, he's got 3 forces in his hand now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that saving Jace was probably fine. Like, if he only had the 1 Force of Will, maybe he's worried about...
Yeah, he hasn't casted a Force. Okay, easy Force here. Keep my guy alive. Prepare to take 6. That wasn't another Force of Will, was it?
Yeah, no. It's... God, you're too fast, Josh!
Look at his leg going.
Man. It's a counterspell.
It's a counterspell. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's alright, fine.
Get back, B-Fire.
So now he can counterspell that. He's gonna hardcast Force.
That seems fair.
Yep, make a monk, get a trigger, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, and that's game 1.
Game 1. Let's check back in with this other one.
Ooh, Leyline.
Leyline, very good. Saving it until it says he can't lose.
Yeah, so just kind of put a priority on it and just felt like Jace wasn't worth keeping, I guess, but I could see going either way, keeping the Jace or forcing the Jace, because it also, like, giving you the token from forcing the Jace. Oh, whoa.
Oh my gosh, we're about to see a combo kill.
Wow. Here I am complaining about slow games, both ending pretty quickly. Game 1 did go to Ray, though, so.
Good eye. Good eye, mate. So now he just... How much is Helm of Obedience to activate?
More than what Jonathan has.
At the moment, yes.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's just 1.
Yeah, but he didn't have any lands when he untapped, so...
Nice. So Jonathan wins that one with Helm of Obedience. Just...
Wow.
Comboing. Nice. So that evens up the score on this table. I'm gonna catch the entire game of that other one. I wanna see Helm of Obedience for a second time. Everybody's sideboarding. So let's just watch this one from the beginning.
Eldrazi combo. Does Jonathan have Eldrazi's? I mean, we didn't see much, so he could. He just never drew any, but...
Yeah, maybe. Like Thought Seer or something?
Yeah, and Reality Smasher. Probably. I think he's Mud. I think he might be Mud, but we honestly didn't see much. Game 1 ended really quick from a Merit Lage, and then it looks like this game also didn't... This game didn't go very long either.
It could be like a non-Eldrazi tribal, but like a mix, just a colorless deck that plays some amount of artifacts and some amount of mud stuff.
Yeah, I think he's just mud. I don't know if I saw any
Eldrazi.
Eldrazi's at all.
Yeah.
So.
But I've seen what's it called? Thought Knot Seer that takes apart their hand. I've seen that creeping into like actual mud lists. Like you just say, I don't want the metal worker anymore. I'm gonna play a more low to the ground strategy. They usually don't play Lodestone Golem because of the non-synergy with their other cards. So it could be one of those. Just miss the other half of the deck. Oh, come on, guys.
Someone starts pile shuffling, I'm gonna flip the table over.
Punch him straight through the wall. His arm just comes out of the wall.
Punches Ray in the face. Get what you deserve. All right, Magic is gonna start.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. Let's see.
Come on. Let's see that helm. Good start for Ray.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah, really good start for Ray.
Decha. Thank you for following.
Decha.
Yeah.
Right, that's what we understood he was saying.
I haven't.
But we were just talking about the.
Another thing is, I haven't seen Gorilla Shaman in a mud deck as much as I've seen it in an Eldrazi deck. So I think he's going a little bit off the beaten path, and I've seen things like mud versions that go off the beaten path that just happen to have some splash of Eldrazi. So I was just backing him up a little bit. Tireless Tribe.
Tracker.
Shh. You right. That thing's gonna grow. We actually heard Ray laugh from the other room just now.
Did we? Oh, when he made the lay
They're
line.
both monkeys that are red. You're right.
Did you say Gorilla Shaman?
I did say Gorilla Shaman.
I'm not even paying attention. Deck Faden.
Thank you for the follow. Greatest follow in the multiverse.
Greatest follower.
I know, Jorgensen.
Pull up a Simian Spirit Guide too, just so that Sean can see the difference between the two.
I refuse to actually name them the right thing. I'll bring it up on screen myself. Look.
Clearly not a Gorilla Shaman.
This is what the card was.
It's usually like 15 to 20 per event, and they fire 3 events at a time. Or not at a time, but over the course of Friday night, there's Standard that starts at 6:30, or 6. Modern starts at 7, and then Legacy starts at 7:30. And there's typically around 20 or so people per event.
I like Spellskite against.
Also draft pods fire, so here. There. That card right there.
Well, uninvited guest?
Geist. Yeah, that one. That's not Gorilla Shaman, okay? That's an uninvited Geist.
Guest?
Geist.
Figured I'd give you the benefit of the doubt with Gorilla. But that's not a thing.
Why does Ray have the energy counter on his side of the thing and the Monarch?
And the mana symbols?
Yeah.
Because Ray is a Ray.
Oh, it's a clue token. That makes
Yes, guerrilla tactics.
That's not a Simian Spirit Guide either.
That's
Sean.
what I meant.
Can someone pull up Guerrilla Tactics for Sean so he can know the difference? That's a Simian Spirit Guide, by the way, being exiled from Jonathan's hand.
So a Kurd ape being exiled out of Jonathan's hand.
I think that was an Uktabi orangutan. Don't pull that artwork up. This stream,
This is a family show.
This is a family stream. No Uktabi orangutan.
Okay, so tireless
ape
tracker.
aggro.
We made the pirate deck out of nothing because there was a rumor. Let's just make a monkey deck.
Yeah, guys, can we, as a group, create a rumor that we've been losing to the Tribal Apes deck online?
Yeah, dude, I just got Liquid Metal Coating, and they played Gorilla Shaman, and I lost.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it was Blood Moon off of Simian Spirit Guide.
They had Uktabi Orangutan and everything.
And then it was just Cavern of Soul naming Ape.
What is the white thing for Jonathan? The white symbol for Jonathan for? What did he make? Why does he have that?
Block user? No, I'm kidding. The chat moved right when I hit that. I'm glad it didn't actually ban you. What is that
I would
white
have
symbol?
laughed really hard at you,
Yeah.
but then felt really bad that you blocked Jorgensen by accident.
Volrath's Laboratory Mesa Monkeys.
Look at this. This is going to be a real deck.
No, it's not.
It's going to be a real deck. I'm going to go to Twitter right now. Start talking about it. I'm tweetering. No one follows me on Twitter, so I could say whatever I want and it would never reach anyone.
Go pro so that we can make troll decks in Legacy. Like
Who?
you.
What?
What? You need to go pro so people will listen to what you say.
What is a GoPro? What?
You need to go pro.
Oh, GoPro. Like
A GoPro is a camera. Look. Card GoPro. It's a camera. Well,
There's Prowling Pangolin and Titanium, Protector of Argo.
oh, the mirror copies Dark Depths as another way of just making a 2020.
Oh, because it doesn't have a thing on it.
Yeah.
And it ain't got no counters, yo. So
Ain't-
it sacrifices itself.
Ain't none.
Maze of Ith. Ape Shot Catapult. I don't know what that is.
That's not real. Yeah, Grape Shot. He left off the GR to make it a monkey.
Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, crap. I'm tired. Someone needs to win
I
this.
didn't really read it
Someone
like
needs
that.
to win this game.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We have a whole other game that we're hoping.
No, that hopefully will finish.
Peeky Peeky?
Oh, they're probably not even done with game 2 yet. Wow.
Why did he chasm over Maze / Caracas? I don't think... Has he... Oh. Huh. Just has life to spare, maybe?
Well, isn't this Merilage? Can I just kill him?
Is that a cursed idol?
I have no idea. He doesn't have cycling chasms yet. Well, Sean did George Takei earlier. Is that Takai? Takei? How's you say his name? Oh my. I like to think I can do a good Owen Wilson. Or wait, not Owen
That's
Wilson.
not
That's who we're
Cursed
talking
Totem.
about. The other one. The other Owen Wilson.
Cursed
Who's
idol?
the other Owen Wilson? No, Cursed Idol can... We can worry about that later. Who's the other Owen Wilson?
Oh, that's a Ratchet Bomb. That's the promo Ratchet Bomb.
Oh, cool. He says, all right, all right, all right.
Lando?
No, he's a person, a real person.
I don't know.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I like to think I can do a Matthew McConaughey, but then everyone can do a Matthew McConaughey. Like, it's not hard to say all right 3 times. So,
Matthew McConaughey or whatever.
see, Jorgensen knows everything. I don't even know who Luke Wilson is. Why are we still looking at monkeys?
Because we're making tribal. They're in the middle of making a deck, man.
Zoolander. No, not Zoolander. Merman. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is he famous for something, or is he just Owen Wilson's brother?
20U. That's game. Jonathan taking it down with this spicy version of Mud. I like that.
Yeah. So why wouldn't Ray have gotten Mazavith to oh, so Luke Wilson is famous for stuff. Oh, apparently he's just get it straight, chat. Come on.
Okay, what's going on here?
Hopefully they're just done.
It kind of looks like it.
What the heck is that?
What?
Bottle Rocket Old School Royal Tannenbaums.
He was in Idiocracy. I think he was in Idiocracy.
He's been in many movies. Huh. The monkeys! Enough with the apes, guys.
Okay, it looks like they're on sideboarding. I'm not sure exactly who won.
Well, if Josh won game 1, I'm assuming that means he just picked up that game.
Because
so
otherwise we'd be still
otherwise
going.
they'd be going to a game 3, so...
Okay. So, it looks like we're done tonight. It's only 3 rounds.
Yep.
So, thank you for watching. As always, we have Monday Night Standard that we stream. Tuesday Night Legacy with Kyre and Bryce. I think Kyre's also on Monday. I forgot who he's partnering with. I think it's Patrick. I think it's Patrick, Kyre Monday.
I don't know.
Kyre, Bryce Tuesday. Wednesday is Judge Class, I think, still.
Yeah, Thursday is nothing.
Thursday is nothing. And then Friday is Legacy with us. Every week. I have also heard that we're going to be streaming Magic Online more during the week.
Yeah, during the day.
Even on Sundays, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to like spoil what I've heard because I've only overheard. I wasn't actually told all this.
We're not privy to those conversations.
Anyway, so there's some exciting things happening, so make sure to give the stream a follow. And from all the heroes here, have a great week.
See ya. Bye.